Hollywood may shimmer with fame and fortune, but behind the glamour lies a world that can break even the strongest spirits. Beneath the flashing lights and red carpets, countless stars have found the pressure, politics, and pace of the industry too heavy to bear. Over time, many beloved actors have chosen to step away, not in defeat, but in search of peace, authenticity, and a life that feels real. In this video, we explore the captivating journeys of 10 stars who turned their backs on Hollywood to embrace new beginnings. From spiritual awakenings to unexpected new careers, these are the stories of reinvention, resilience, and the courage to walk away from the spotlight. One Rick Moranis became one of Hollywood's most beloved comedic icons in the late 1980s and early 1990s, captivating audiences with his sharp wit, gentle humor, and everyman charm. From the nerdy inventor in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids to his unforgettable roles in Ghostbusters and Spaceballs, Moranis carved out a unique place in Hollywood's golden era of family and fantasy films. Yet just as his career was soaring, tragedy struck. His wife, costume designer Anne Moranis, passed away after a battle with cancer, leaving him a single father to their 2 children. Faced with unimaginable loss, Rick made a quiet but powerful decision: to step away from fame and devote himself completely to his family. What was meant to be a temporary break soon became a long, heartfelt absence from Hollywood. Over the years, Moranis admitted he didn't miss the chaos of the industry or the pressure of constant visibility. Instead, he found peace in raising his kids and living a grounded life far from the spotlight. Though he declined to appear in the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot, he made it clear that he was never truly retired, just choosing projects that felt right. Recently, fans were thrilled to hear of his plans to return for Disney's upcoming Shrunk reboot, marking his first major comeback in decades. Now in his 70s, Rick Moranis lives quietly in Canada, content with the choices he made, grateful for the love of his audience, and proof that sometimes walking away from Hollywood is the most meaningful role of all. Second, Randy Quaid was once one of Hollywood's most talented and versatile actors, earning praise for both his comedic brilliance and his dramatic depth. His breakout performance in The Last Detail, 1973, earned him nominations for an Academy Award, a BAFTA, and a Golden Globe, a remarkable achievement that established him as one of the most promising stars of his generation. He went on to impress critics again with his gripping performance in Midnight Express, 1978, and throughout the 1980s and 1990s, he became a familiar face in Hollywood blockbusters and comedies alike. From his hilarious turn as Cousin Eddie in National Lampoon's Vacation to his memorable role as pilot Russell Cass in Independence Day, Quaid had a rare ability to make audiences laugh and feel deeply in equal measure. But behind the scenes, his life began to unravel. By the mid-2000s, Quaid's career was overshadowed by a string of increasingly bizarre incidents and legal troubles. Alongside his wife, Evie, he was accused of credit card fraud, vandalism, and even squatting in a home they once owned. The couple's erratic behavior made headlines, especially after they fled the United States and sought asylum in Canada, claiming they were being targeted by what they called Hollywood starwhackers, an alleged secret group out to harm celebrities. Their strange claims and repeated run-ins with the law left Quaid's reputation in ruins, effectively ending his once promising career. Today, Randy Quaid lives a quiet and often reclusive life, surfacing occasionally through social media videos filled with political rants and conspiracy theories. Though he has occasionally expressed interest in returning to acting, Hollywood has largely kept its distance. For many, Quaid's story remains one of the most shocking and tragic downfalls in the entertainment industry, a stark reminder of how fame, paranoia, and personal turmoil can collide to dismantle even the most brilliant careers. 3. Renée Zellweger rose to international stardom as one of Hollywood's most versatile and beloved actresses, earning praise for her ability to bring both humor and emotional depth to every role she touched. Before winning her first Academy Award for Cold Mountain, 2003, Zellweger had already earned back-to-back Oscar nominations for Bridget Jones's Diary, 2001, and Chicago, 2002, solidifying her reputation as one of the industry's finest talents. She seamlessly balanced romantic comedies like Jerry Maguire and Me, Myself and Irene, the latter sparking a real-life romance with co-star Jim Carrey, with dramatic turns in films like One True Thing alongside Meryl Streep. By the early 2000s, she was at the height of fame, adored by fans and respected by critics alike. Yet just as her career seemed unstoppable, Zellweger made the unexpected decision to step away from Hollywood. In interviews, she later revealed that the relentless scrutiny and pressures of fame had left her feeling disconnected from herself. She needed time to recharge, rediscover her identity, and live outside the constant public gaze. For several years, she disappeared almost entirely from the spotlight, focusing on personal growth and mental well-being. Her return to the screen in Judy, 2019, marked one of Hollywood's most triumphant comebacks. In her haunting and heartfelt portrayal of Judy Garland, Zellweger once again reminded the world of her extraordinary talent, earning her a second Academy Award and universal acclaim. Today, she continues to choose her projects carefully, recently starring in NBC's The Thing About Pam. Living a quieter, more intentional life, Renée Zellweger has found balance between artistry and peace, proving that sometimes stepping away from fame can lead to an even greater return. 4. Jack Gleeson became a global sensation and one of television's most unforgettable villains for his chilling portrayal of King Joffrey Baratheon on Game of Thrones. His performance was so convincing that many viewers struggled to separate the actor from the sadistic young ruler he brought to life. Yet long before he ruled the Seven Kingdoms, Gleeson was a dedicated performer from Dublin, beginning his acting journey at just 8 years old with the Independent Theatre Workshop. He appeared in early films like Reign of Fire, 2002, and Batman Begins, 2005, steadily building his craft before earning critical praise for his haunting role in All Good Children, 2010. Despite his rising fame, Gleeson never seemed fully drawn to the glamour of Hollywood. In 2012, at the very height of his success, he shocked buff-eyed Kirk Cameron rose to fame in the 1980s as one of television's most beloved teen stars, charming audiences as the mischievous yet good-hearted Mike Seaver on the hit sitcom Growing Pains, 1985-1992. With his sharp comedic timing and natural charisma, Cameron quickly became a household name, transitioning into film roles such as Like Father, Like Son, 1987, and Listen to Me, 1989. At the height of his success, he was one of Hollywood's most in-demand young actors, often appearing on magazine covers and talk shows as the face of wholesome American youth. However, as his career flourished, Cameron experienced a profound personal transformation. In his early 20s, he became a born-again Christian, a shift that dramatically changed the course of his life and career. Disenchanted with the values he saw in mainstream Hollywood, he began distancing himself from the entertainment industry's pressures and priorities. Instead, he chose to focus on projects that aligned with his faith and moral convictions. In the 2000s, Cameron re-emerged as a leading figure in the world of Christian cinema, starring in faith-based hits like Fireproof, 2008, which became one of the highest-grossing independent films of that year. More recently, he appeared in Lifemark, 2022, a touching drama produced by the Kendrick brothers that explored themes of adoption and forgiveness. Beyond acting, Cameron has dedicated himself to ministry work and public speaking, frequently appearing at faith-based conferences and organizing national story hour tours in libraries to promote traditional values, family, and prayer. 6. Amanda Bynes became one of the brightest and most beloved young stars of the late 1990s and early 2000s, captivating audiences with her quick wit, charm, and impeccable comedic timing. She first rose to fame on Nickelodeon's All That before earning her own sketch comedy series, The Amanda Show, where her talent for physical comedy and character work made her a standout among child actors. From there, Bynes seamlessly transitioned to the big screen, starring in a string of successful teen comedies like What a Girl Wants, 2003, and She's the Man, 2006, the latter of which became a cultural favorite for its humor and heart. Her role as Penny Pingleton in the hit musical Hairspray, 2007, further showcased her versatility, helping the film earn over $200 million worldwide and winning her both critical praise and industry recognition, including a Critics' Choice Award and a Screen Actors Guild nomination. But as her fame grew, so did the pressures of Hollywood. In 2010, at just 24 years old, Amanda shocked fans when she announced her retirement from acting on Twitter, explaining that she no longer found joy in performing. Over the next few years, she faced a series of personal and legal challenges that drew intense media attention, including struggles with mental health and substance use. After several difficult years in and out of the public eye, Bynes took control of her recovery. stepping away from fame entirely to focus on healing and rebuilding her life. In the years since, she's made significant progress, earning a degree from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles and expressing interest in launching her own fashion and fragrance lines. Though she has occasionally hinted at the possibility of returning to acting, Amanda has prioritized her well-being and creative fulfillment over public attention. Now in her late 30s, she lives a quieter, more private life, focused on mental health, self-discovery, and pursuing art on her own terms. Her journey remains one of resilience and reinvention, a reminder that sometimes walking away from fame can be the first step toward finding peace. 7. Daniel Day-Lewis is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most dedicated actors in the history of cinema, renowned for his transformative performances and unrivaled devotion to his craft. A master of method acting, Day-Lewis approached every role with an intensity and authenticity that blurred the line between performer and character. From his astonishing portrayal of Christy Brown in My Left Foot, 1989, which earned him his first Academy Award, to his haunting embodiment of Daniel, Plainview in There Will Be Blood, 2007, his work became the gold standard for artistic commitment. His role as Abraham Lincoln in Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, 2012, was nothing short of historic, earning him his third Oscar for Best Actor, a record unmatched by any male performer. Yet, despite his unparalleled success, Day-Lewis was never seduced by the trappings of fame. Known for his selectivity, he often took years between projects, immersing himself completely in each world before stepping away to live quietly in the Irish countryside. After Lincoln, he largely disappeared from Hollywood, retreating to a simple life on his farmhouse in County Wicklow, Ireland. When he returned 5 years later for Phantom Thread 2017, a haunting collaboration with director Paul Thomas Anderson, audiences were once again reminded of his genius. The film earned him yet another Oscar nomination, but also marked the end of an era. Before its release, Day-Lewis announced his retirement from acting, offering no detailed explanation, only saying that the decision had been deeply personal. Since then, the three-time Academy Award winner has embraced a life far removed from celebrity, devoting himself to woodworking, shoemaking, and tailoring, crafts he fell in love with during his method preparation for past roles. Though fans still hold out hope for a comeback, Day-Lewis appears content in his quiet, creative life, proving that even the greatest actor of his generation knows when to take his final bow. Karyn Parsons became a household name in the 1990s for her unforgettable portrayal of Hilary Banks, the glamorous, witty, and delightfully self-absorbed cousin on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 1990-1996. With her impeccable comedic timing, effortless charm, and sharp delivery, Parsons turned Hilary into one of television's most iconic sitcom characters, a symbol of 90s fashion, humor, and attitude. Her chemistry with the rest of the cast, especially Will Smith, helped make the show a cultural phenomenon that still resonates with audiences today. After Fresh Prince ended, Parsons continued pursuing her passion for storytelling. She co-created, co-wrote, and starred in the short-lived Fox sitcom Lush Life, 1996, and later appeared alongside Dennis Leary in The Job, 2001. Her film credits included Late Night, 1992, and The Ladies' Man, 2000, showcasing her range beyond comedy. But as the 2000s began, Parsons made a conscious decision to step back from acting and focus on more meaningful, personal projects. Driven by a love for history and education, she founded Sweet Blackberry, a nonprofit organization dedicated to sharing little-known stories of African American achievement through beautifully crafted animated films and children's books. Supported by organizations like the National Endowment for the Arts and Oprah Winfrey's Angel Network, Sweet Blackberry has introduced countless young readers to heroes overlooked by traditional history lessons. Parsons also became an accomplished author, releasing her debut novel, How High the Moon, 2019, which received critical acclaim for its rich storytelling and historical insight. Now, in 2025, Karyn Parsons continues to inspire through writing, education, and creative outreach. While she rarely appears on screen today, her impact as both an actress and an educator remains powerful. She has gracefully transitioned from Hollywood star to cultural storyteller, using her platform to empower and educate future generations. Then and now, Karyn Parsons reminds us that true influence goes far beyond fame. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new video. See you in the next one.